With only one episode left of The White Lotus Season 3, I'm convinced that Saxon Ratliff, portrayed by Patrick Schwarzenegger, will die in the upcoming season finale. While it seems like Saxon's father Timothy, played by Jason Isaacs, has been the most vulnerable throughout the season following his exposed involvement in a money laundering scheme, I suspect that Saxon will end up paying for the sins of his father. The Ratliff family, which also includes the drug-induced Victoria, the black sheep Piper, and the deeply confused Lachlan, has been wildly dysfunctional and entertaining throughout The White Lotus Season 3. The White Lotus Season 3 finale, titled Amor Fati, or Love of Fate in Latin, will have a runtime of 90 minutes. All the characters' interwoven storylines are expected to end in exciting, shocking, and unpredictable ways, as was the case for previous White Lotus seasons. After Rick confronted Jim Hollinger in The White Lotus Season 3, Episode 7 but failed to pull the trigger, there could certainly be a target on his back if he returns to the White Lotus Thai Hotel. Meanwhile, Belinda has felt Greg's red since she tried to identify him earlier in the season. Still, I'm quite confident Saxon will be at least one of the characters to go. Saxon is most likely to die in the White Lotus Season 3 finale. He best matches the floating body shown at the start of the season. Saxon, Patrick Schwarzenegger, in the White Lotus Season 3 EP 7. Image via Max. First of all, Saxon is the best physical match for the floating body that Zion sees in the first episode. His dark hair and collared shirt make him a prime candidate, although, based on the brief visual alone, the body could also be Timothy, Rick, or even Lachlan. While that person is not explicitly confirmed to be dead, he really looks like he is face down in the water. Zion may try to help whoever it is, but more than likely, it's Saxon's floating body. Timothy will have to confess his financial crimes to his family, which could make Saxon spiral out of control, especially considering what happened with Lachlan in previous episodes. I suspect Tim will try to do something with the poisonous seed of the pong pong tree that is mentioned in the first episode and in the White Lotus Season 3 teaser trailer. Already suicidal and without the gun he stole from Gaytok, Tim may remember that the seed is toxic and make a poisonous smoothie with it to drink himself. Something may come up or Tim may be interrupted, leaving Saxon to potentially find and ingest the fruit or prepared smoothie in their suite, accidentally poisoning himself. Timothy may even think about giving the smoothie to him and Victoria after his previous visions of killing his family, which would be very dark. Saxon's potential death may not be related to the gunshots. The gunshots could be part of a completely separate storyline. Saxon, Patrick Schwarzenegger, with a hangover, making a smoothie in the White Lotus Season 3 Episode 6. Image via Max. The gunshots heard at the start of the White Lotus Season 3 are likely from one of a few sources. One possibility is that Valentin and his gang of robbers enact revenge on Gaytok or Laurie if either of them rat him and his friends out since they performed the robbery in the White Lotus Season 3, Episode 2. Another possibility is that Valentin and his friends will try to rob Jacqueline, which could be the source of the gunfire. On the other hand, Sam Rockwell's unhinged Frank character and potentially Rick, who says, "I'm going to be okay," in the finale teaser, could be targeted by assassins sent by Jim if he wants revenge for what they pulled on him and Shritala at their home in Bangkok. Alternatively, it could be Frank firing the gun since only he and Rick have access to weapons besides Gaytok. There's a man dressed in all black who is blowing smoke with a machine at the Thai resort in the opening shot of the teaser trailer. This could be an assassin sent to kill Rick or maybe even Frank himself, who is increasingly unpredictable after picking up drinking again. Frank is also shown stabbing a pillow in the teaser trailer. Whatever happens to him in the White Lotus Season 3 finale, he should be a total wildcard after his jaw-dropping monologue in Season 3, Episode 5. The White Lotus Season 3 finale could have multiple character deaths. Gaytok, Rick and other Ratliff family members could die as well. Another likely death in the White Lotus Season 3 is Gaytok, who may die trying to defend against the shooters. There has been a lot of suspicion about Mook being in on the robbery with Valentin and the others since she has been distracting and potentially leading Gaytok on throughout the season. Lachlan's death has also been a popular fan theory. He could be the one who drinks the poison smoothie if there ends up being one. This could also connect to him drinking from the Coke bottle in Episode 1. I think Timothy could make it out alive of the White Lotus Season 3, but Victoria may not. She's looked dead when she's asleep at times and has said she wouldn't want to live without her luxurious lifestyle. She may willingly eat the poisonous fruit. I'm also worried about Rick. I think Jim won't let that confrontation slide and may want revenge as for Greg and Belinda. I think Greg will up his hush money offer and Belinda, through Zion's encouragement, might have to take it. I don't see any of them dying, but I'm rooting for Greg to be brought to justice. Ultimately, since Saxon was the first to notice the poisonous fruit in the White Lotus Season 3, Episode 1, I'm betting it's a hint that he'll ingest it, accidentally or not.